but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd and 3. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He finds his rookie wideout from Tennessee. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here now, 2nd and 4. A quick throw going to be caught by Worthy. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Aviators' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it.
And it's a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Second and 10. Back to throw. Touchdown! And Xavier Worthy, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Aviators are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Still on his feet. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on. and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium. And
he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Aviators are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's caught inside the 20. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. And what a big-time play there. 54 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Aviators are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. At their own 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half. Mahomes now to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Joseph. Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mahomes to throw once more. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 64 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's second and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's caught right side by Worthy.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Aviators take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Nolan Smith, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game, facing challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now here's Mahomes. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's got him in. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
Slot man moves right. 2nd and 6. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That his 1st catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's...
And he coughed it up!
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 31-yard line. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Now back to throw.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Looking to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Brings up 4th down.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout.